Hey, good evening, guys. Good evening, good evening. Welcome to Unapologetically Keith. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 9:30 to 10:30. And this is where we cover a little bit of everything. As you know, I am Keith K.L. Belvin. I am a crisis specialist. I try to help those that are dealing with a little negativity in their life, and I try to do that by bringing some positivity to what we do here each week. And so, on Fridays, it is the time that I get to try to invite the wife on to cover some things with me tonight. And let me turn off total here. Escape here. Oh my gosh. So tonight, gonna be some fire. Gonna be some fire. Let me see if I can get the wife to come on with me first. Let me see if I can get the wife. So, Charlene, how you doing, love? Amy, how you doing? Great to have you. So buckle up, because Friday nights seem to get a little steamy. And so, as I'm waiting for the wife to come on, tonight we're discussing how to tell your significant other you're sexually frustrated. Oh yeah. How do you tell your significant other it just ain't happening? Woo! How you get the pillow? Really?
Because it's comfortable.
It's comfortable. It's comfortable. Anyway, good evening, Mrs. Braxton Belvin. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. You gonna make it? You gonna make it at 10:30 without falling asleep? Because you're looking like you're about to go to sleep. You need to sit up because you look like you might just.
I, I had a rough I had a rough week.
I ain't trying to hear it. Yeah, you better. This. You came up with this topic tonight. You trying to tell me something? Just checking anyway.
I
Now,
gotta call my entanglements.
as I have said before, hey Charlene, you can go ahead and have an entanglement. I'm choking both of y'all out. I'm gonna choke you out for cheating and him just for saying yes. So allow me to introduce my co-host. You know her. She is the lovely Tiffany Braxton Belvin, my lovely wife, who helps me on Friday night to bring that fire. So, honey, go ahead and say a few words this evening before we get into the good stuff.
Hey guys.
Okay, Russell Simmons. She just pulled Russell Simmons on me. Thank you and good night. And if y'all don't know, y'all don't remember Def Jam. But no, so tonight, and first of all, let me just do this. It is 9/11. And for all of us connected to New York, well, actually, all of us around the world, but all of us that were in New York 19 years ago, this is a very, very difficult, hey, Michelle, difficult day. 19 years ago today, I was in the classroom teaching when 9/11 happened, and it was just a very, very difficult day. Tiff and I were together because we've been together 20 years, so we were together. Just a very difficult day, and we decided that with everything that's going on, instead of having the remembrance and going through all the negativity, and Tiff, like she said, already had a rough week, we decided we're going to go in a totally different direction because there's been enough 9/11 memorials all day. Tiff posted her post on her page. I did my video on mine, and we're going to leave it at that simply because it is a day that will live in infamy. You cannot change it. And when you look back each year, there's just so much that we learned and so much that we didn't learn, so much that we know and so much that we don't know, that at this point, we just try to remember those that was lost. I was in a building where children's parents, as well as some of the individuals, colleagues that I worked with, had lost loved ones as well. So we were hit hard in my building in Brooklyn, Canarsie, Brooklyn, where I was teaching at the time. But I do want to say this. I do want to say this, and we're going to get off this subject. What I watched and noticed during 9/11 was I watched how color became gray. None of us mattered what color any of us was when we were in the building, and we had white, black, whatever, all realizing we need to figure out a way to come together to protect these kids. And that's what we did. So you cannot tell me that it can't work if folks truly want it to work, because during 9/11, people weren't worried about color. Those men and women that rushed into those buildings didn't care what color of the people in the buildings. and didn't care who was running up those steps with them.
I have to say, it was the only time in my lifetime that color did not matter at that point. It just didn't matter.
Well,
People were supporting each other.
yeah, I've
It
seen it
just,
before that. Well, I'm from South Jersey, so I've seen it work. But since I was in New York, it's one of the few times that I can say New Yorkers just, well, you know what, during the blackouts too. But this was a major time because a lot of officers and a lot of firemen, people don't realize this, they weren't called to go in because nobody knew what was happening. They went because they know they were needed. And in my building, my assistant principal, her and her husband had been married 31 years. He had been with the FDNY 32 years. And as a captain, he was one of the first to charge into those buildings, never to be seen again. And he could have quit anytime he wanted to after 30, but he stayed on the job because it was something that he loved. And I remember me and the assistant principal just sitting and I remember it took her years and I never get over it. But I remember her just saying, I'm not sad, I'm happy because of how brave he was. And that just moved me. And I said, anytime you need anything from me, you ask, I got you, because she was one of the main people supporting what I did and how I did what I did in the building. Yes, we all became human, Michelle, in those instances. Now, with that said, all right, so it's Friday night, guys, and we got to have a conversation. Let's pick the pace up in here. So, and I know there's going to be some folks around here, you know, some of y'all don't know how to act, so I'm gearing up. I'm gearing up. How do you tell your significant other that you're sexually frustrated? Now, I have noticed on a lot of my shows, we got some closet, as Rick James says, we have some closet folks around here that's into some things. But what I want to talk about tonight, I have, let me see, 10? No, 11. 11 ways to tell your partner it ain't happening. So, Amy, we didn't even get to the list yet. Amy talking about walking around naked. Amy, hold on. Oh my gosh. See this? I told you.
Amy,
Where's the Rick James? Cue the Rick James. Yeah.
Amy is a girl after my own heart because Amy,
Lord.
honestly, and especially in the summertime, I don't want any clothes on.
Oh
So
my gosh. Oh,
I have to
we didn't
say,
even get started. It's like, all right, butt naked. Can we keep the clothes on and get to number one? Oh no, not that I'm disagreeing, I'm just saying, hold on. Okay, well, Amy, I want you to put a pin. She just you asked, I gave my opinion. I'm not saying it's wrong. Okay, we're gonna put a pin in, walk around Bucky naked. Okay, so Amy says put that may be on the list. I don't know. It might be on the list. All I'm saying is hold off, and we're gonna go through it. And if it's not on the list, we're gonna say that's the Amy one. But oh, hold on a second. There we go. I lost my what's name. All right, there we go. Oh, hold on a second. What did I do here? Okay, there we go.
what are you doing?
I'm just setting my thing up here. Okay, there we go. So we're gonna get ready to get started. But before we get started, I wanna play a song for Amy. Just a little bit of a song for Amy because YouTube will mess around and tell me that I can't put it on. But this is for Amy because since Amy didn't wait, I was wondering who would be the first person to just jump off and say, you know what, I'm going to do it. I needed some music for tonight. If y'all don't know what this is, my man Rick James, Super Freak. This is what y'all need tonight. Or you can, no, I can't tell. This is where they stole it from. I just want to get to the hook and we should. She's like the girls in the band. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go. Here we go. All right. Super Freak. She's all right. Anyway, all right. Give me a number one, guys, if y'all ready to go to the number one, the first way to tell your partner, significant other that you're not happy in the bedroom. Put a number one up in the chat room. Let's go, guys. Can't touch this. Well, if you walk around naked, you're going to get touched. I'm just saying. But Put a number one. Put a number one up in the chat room so we can get this started. Let's go with number one. What to tell your partner if you're sexually frustrated. Now we're gonna, like I said, I'm gonna actually write down. Amy said walk around naked because I don't know if it's on the list. Actually, I know everything that's on the list, but we're gonna wait. All right, so we got number one. We got Tiff who put a number one up in it. We got it. All right, let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay, the first thing is to ask your partner what's going on. Ask your partner what's going on. Get clued in on how your partner's feeling rather than approach them with the request, I need sex. Ask them how they are feeling and see if maybe you can get to the bottom of why they don't want to have sex. Low sex drives can be tough, but sometimes there's more to why they are not having sex. They might be stressed, it might be work, frustration, but there are factors that work into why they are not feeling it sexually. So you need to ask what's going on. Now, whether you agree or disagree, so tonight, what I want y'all to do is if you agree, I want you to put a Y. If you do, Marvin Gaye, so you trying to make baby, Charlene. Marvin Gaye, woo, yes. Marvin's on the list. Like baby boy, Marvin Gaye. Trust me, believe me. Put a wire put a wire at an end, yes or no, if that is something that you agree with. In communication, first thing I said, I agree. There you go. Ask what's going on. And I think it's important because if you are at that point where y'all are making love and y'all are physical and now it's not, you definitely want to ask what's going on. And don't be ashamed to ask because, again, your pleasure makes a difference. And as partners, you want to please each other. So if you're not being pleased, you definitely
Or
want
you
to ask.
should want to please each other.
Very true. Very true. Very true. And that's where the question comes in. What's going on? And then if hopefully they're being honest with you. And again, I'm gonna be transparent because I ain't got a problem with it. There's nights I'm like, nah, Tiff, I'm tired. And there's nights and it's funny is Tiff will be like, what's going on? Your wife needs. I'm like, yeah, okay. I'll look at the time and be like, yeah, all right. Because I know in about 5 or 10 minutes, she going to sleep. Tiff will talk up. A girl can't get none, and I'll look at the clock and be like, by the time I shut everything down and get in there, you're gonna be asleep. And sure enough, she will literally say, what's up? Can I get some? I'll come in the room. I'll come in the room and
You know why? You know why? See, okay,
she's asleep.
because so right now I'm in the bedroom. Keith is in the office on the other side of the house. So I sent him a text message, letting him know that, I need to be served. And he take forever to
No,
get here.
10 minutes is
You
forever.
take forever. It'd
10
be more
minutes
than
is
10 minutes.
no.
It'd be more than
It'd
10
be
minutes.
10 minutes. I come in the room, you
Okay.
and you know how I know the CPAP machine is on. I'm like, you didn't even wait. You wasn't even trying. You was listen. I've been with my wife 20 years. I know when she playing games. She might let me know that's what she thinking. I look at the clock. Okay, 10 minutes. She in there CPAP on. She wasn't serious. But again, the idea, and this, I'll be like, yo, sometimes you gotta give it a nudge. Like, what's up? And she's like, nah, I'm tired. What? What? You just asked me to come in here. But anyway, but yes, have a conversation. Listen. But
You took
anyway,
too long.
have that conversation. All right, moving on to number two, guys. Put a number two up in the chat room. So no, number one is definitely make sure that you ask what's going on and have that conversation. And if it is some external factor, make sure that you address it. Don't punish the person because you just didn't get what you wanted. If they tell you that there is some external factor, believe that and understand that y'all may be in sync with each other, but you may not. Toya, don't encourage her. Don't encourage her. Toya, yes, took too long. 10 minutes is not a long.
She said we have a window, a window of time.
You know what? I'm gonna put the Rick James back on. Anyway. All right, moving on to number two, a window. You better get in here. Yeah. All right, number two. Let's put a number two up. Moving on, and again, welcome. and great to see all you guys here on Unapologetically Keep. So let's keep this going, guys. Number 2. Ooh. I forgot to put the site down that I grabbed some of my information from. So, okay. They went right to it on number 2. First time we say boo, and the time we get under them shit.
How much time, Toya? How much time? It should be less than 10 minutes, right?
You know what? Whatever.
Your wife tell you she want to be served. It's supposed to be less than 10 minutes.
Really? That's what we doing? That's what we doing? Just, so let's go. Really? That's what we doing? That's what's hot in the streets? We got put a number 2 up. I'm not talking about that no more. Put a number 2 up. Oh my gosh. Oh. All right, here we go. We got a 2 for Toya. All right. Give it to me, baby. You start with the Rick James tonight. Give it to me, baby. All right. It varies, girl. Depends on how it took to get the toddler to sleep until we have to sneak the sleepers before she wake up. Yeah.
Exactly. See, Toya know what I'm talking about.
When I came home last night, you didn't want to make love to me. You was fast asleep. Yeah. All right. Number 2, try masturbating together. Yes.
Okay.
If sex is the clinical definition of the term, if sex in the clinical definition of the term is the use, try something else that's sexy together. And if they don't want to have sex as if it wants at least to try mutual masturbation, so you can at least feel the connection with them. And so that is something. Quick, I need the the what from the store? The Liddy's.
I have no idea.
Whoa,
I have
Michelle,
no idea what that is.
they little they little blockers. Oh yeah, the kid. Oh listen, you ain't gotta tell her. Oh man, listen. Send the kids to the store. Send the kids to, well, how far is the store? Like 17 miles, right? That's the quickest of quickies right there. If they're able to drive to the store, you better tell them to go out for a while. Don't you come back here for a good hour and 32 minutes.
Go to the park.
Go to the park. Don't come back. But so mutual masturbation is, again, it's a mutual way for you and your significant other to be able to please yourselves at the same time. It changes things up a little bit. Maybe not as strenuous if they're having a rough day or tired day. And again, this is something that needs to be discussed. Sometimes it's like a game. Oh yeah, listen, when you got kids, hey, you gotta listen out for them. Gotta listen out for them. You know, mommy, what you doing? Daddy, what you doing? So yes, you got to plan, especially when you have kids. And I think all of you that are listening tonight that have children, you know what that game is like, because even though they are asleep, no, they are in their room. We don't know if they're actually asleep. So you got to kind of position yourself so you hear the little pitter patter of feet. You know, send the kid to Auntie Amy. Don't play. You'll be sending her back after she drives you crazy. But yes, that's the thing, is that when you have children, and that's another way if you have like children that get in the way and all of that stuff, and you're worried about them busting the room, well then number 2, try mutual masturbation. That can actually help, because again, it gives you a way to be able to please yourself and then still have fun with each other. So again, that is one that you can write down. And again, whatever your home situation is, and again with children, it's tough. So you might have to wait until, like, again, plan those nights when you have a babysitter where they can go to. If you have somebody that you can leave them with, or just try to get it in when they're sleeping. Again, you got to pick and choose your spots. And after a while, you'll kind of know how long your child's going to sleep. So you know how much time you got, and you can work that. But definitely number 2 is to try mutual masturbation. All right, number 3. Moving on to number 3. Put a number 3 up in the chat. Actually, so again, yes or no? Y or N for number 2. Does that work for you guys? Yes or no? Put a Y up if it's yes, and if it's no. So when I give you each one, I want you to put Y's up. And again, remember, people are going to come back and look into the chat room that missed this, so they come back to watch it. And what you guys put in the chat room is definitely going to help other people when they read this. Oh, the wise is going up. Mm-mm-mm. See, I already know what we got. I told Tiffany when she said she's gonna talk about it, I said, Lord, you don't know what you're gonna be unleashing here in the chat room. You see it, you see the men is kind of ain't showed up tonight. They done scared the men off. They saw the title and was like, the men was like, I'm not going in that room tonight. Scared them off.
The men need to hear the information so they can understand what they need to do. That's all I'm
Why are
saying.
you assuming it's the men though? What about the women that are in that maybe they need to hear that? Because maybe us men are ready and some of y'all aren't. I'm just saying. Number three. Initiate. Initiate. There's a chance your partner might just not be the type to initiate. And if that's the case, you should give it a go rather than getting worked up about it. Have you initiated? If you are the higher sex drive person, it will be up to you to initiate most times. Ooh, that's a tough one for me.
I was just about to say,
Yeah,
yeah.
that's a tough one. I'm gonna say yes and no. So I'm gonna put a Y/no. I'm not near my keyboard, but I'm gonna put a yes and no because yes,
If I have to always initiate, mm-mm.
because most
Because
of the time it's not the men. Amy, why you gonna throw? Nah, you ain't. I'm not defending all the brothers, and that's not true, Amy. That's not true. It ain't always y'all women ain't always saying yes. That's not true. You got something that's like I'm just tired. You tired. You ain't got to do nothing. Just lay there. I got you. So that's not always true, but I feel you. But yes, initiate. But yes, I agree with Tiff. If you have to initiate too often, then it's one-sided. That's not gonna work. So I'm gonna put a yes and a no. If I had to initiate all the time, I am done. I agree with both of you ladies.
it would
Amy
be
and Tiff.
it would be a turn off. It's a
Yes,
turn
I
off
agree.
because you want to be turned on by your partner. You want to be cuddled. You want to be. I mean, if I have to always initiate,
Something's wrong
nope.
because the question then becomes, why are you not initiating? What are we actually doing? What do we have? So I think there's something to that. Michelle said, I'm letting them know it's time to mow the grass. Not shaming, no shame. Lord, it's Friday night. I knew what I was. Oh, Lord, they're gonna be giving me all. I got you. Listen, it's time, and that's true. Okay, Toya says yes and no as well. But no, I agree. Yeah, when it's time to mow the lawn, it's time to do what you got to do. And again, we're all adults, so we're gonna have adult conversations. And again, I think anything else that has to be a balance, because after a while, you're gonna start to wonder: are they only saying yes to appease me?
Mm-hmm.
So where are they really thinking? Are they really still digging me? What's going on? Because why
Mm-hmm.
aren't they initiating? Don't they find me attractive anymore? And it goes back to what we said the other day. If you have fell out of where you were, open your mouth and say, I'm not digging you. You do not have to go out and cheat on somebody because you're more interested in somebody else. Tell the person that you were with, this is not going to work. But we're going to get into that as well because I believe that's one of the things on the list here. But if you are not initiating, check yourself because it's not fair to your partner. You cannot do that to your partner because, again, it's going to start to make your partner wonder. Also, your partner is going to lose interest in you. They're going to lose interest in you because, especially, and any men that is watching this, any brothers that come and watch this after the fact, please understand women are offered certain anatomy parts all day, every day, anytime they want it. So if you are not doing what you got to do, brothers, there is somebody else ready to knock your lady down right now. Now, for the men, yeah, you can find women that'll give you some too, but women have all type. A woman could live off of her lower half. A man, even if he's the super thing, still got to put in some work. But a woman, listen, she could have 3 teeth, and if her breasts are large enough, booty big enough, yeah, she gonna do okay. She can lose the 3 teeth that she got and still be okay. Men don't have that luxury.
Somebody cut my husband's camera off.
Am I wrong
Sweetie.
though? Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Listen, in this society, a woman could be not attractive and do well for herself sexually if that's what she chooses. A man, however, may not be attractive and he's never going to do as well as an unattractive woman. That's just the way it is. And if I'm
That's
wrong,
because y'all
come on.
nasty.
Huh?
That's
Because
because y'all nasty.
we not arguing that. I'm not saying that we don't live in a nasty male dominated society. I know we do. I'm saying a chick could be out here, a chick could stink and still get over. A dude ain't getting none if he stink. I'm just telling you. Listen. All right, all right. First of all, put ladies. I'm because we got. I don't know if any of the men are here tonight. Ladies, put a Y in the chat room if you've been around a girlfriend that wasn't as fresh and still got connected, still got paid. Come on now, put a Y in the chat room. If you've been around a girlfriend, you be like, girl, and still some guy was there acting as if he didn't smell that. Come on, yes or no? Don't lie. Do not lie. Thank you, Toya. There's one Y. Come on, Tiff, stop playing. Thank you. There we go, Joy. Come on, see, I know. Tiff ain't been out in these streets. I know. Because when you've been dancing at the club all night, and the fact that I like full-figured women, you, you ain't been shake. Oh, T to the Y. Yeah, we got a man in here to hold it down. Let's go, Ty. How you feeling tonight, Ty? Hope you're feeling better, brother. Oh, Clarissa's here. Hey, welcome, Clarissa. Classy Baskets help you. Way to go, Clarissa. That's one of my oldest friends. Me and her went to junior high school together. I
So you
just
said the
came on. I
box
think I
about
should
you
have came on
know.
earlier. I'm a lot better now. Ty, okay, hold on. Let me just, for those that just tuned in, we're talking about ways to tell your significant other that you are frustrated. So we're talking about ways to be able to tell your significant other that you're sexually frustrated, ways to get across to them that you're not satisfied. So we just took a little detour with talking about how women have the greater advantage because even when they stink, they will get attraction. Where a man, he stink, he ain't getting nothing. And you're right, Keith. Nerd men don't have that luck. No, they do not. And even when they even when they holding, they got a shot if they holding. But even then, the brother that's holding still got to work. The chick with no teeth and the sweaty, and still she can get over. All right, guys, stop being nasty. Okay, number 4. Let's move on to number 4. See, everybody's saying yes. See, stinky women be getting over. I know. I've been out there in them streets. And y'all know you at the club and you've been going hard. You got to the club around 11. It's about 4 in the morning and you've been dancing every song. Come on now. Come on. Cream Nature only holds up but so long. And all that other underbody stuff that y'all put on only hold on for so long. Come on, stop it. She said my dinner's about to come up. Oh, the eggplant emoji. See, even with the eggplant, ain't guaranteed you to make no bread. But you can live off it for a while. All right, number 4. Let's get back on track, guys. Number 4, put a 4 up in the chat room. We're going to move on to the 4th way to be able to let your partner know that you are sexually frustrated. Let's go. Number 4. Put a 4 up in the chat room before it goes completely sideways, and I don't know what y'all going to start typing. All right, let's go. Number 4. All right, we got a couple number 4s there. All right, here we go. Number 4. Oh, let me read this up a little bit. There we
There
go.
go Chili Pepper.
Oh, I tell you, chili pepper's coming tonight. And if you have a chili pepper, it's a hard fight uphill, baby. Hard fight uphill. If you got a chili pepper, you better have a strong jaw. That's all I'm telling you. Y'all know what to do from that. Take it where you need to take it. Yeah. You got to offset that somehow. Hey, we adults. Come on now. You
Yes,
gotta know what you're doing. Oh, what's going on, Johnny? You gotta know what you're doing. We adults here. If you got a chili pepper, then work the other things, baby. That's all I'm saying. All right, number 4 is no. Yeah, I started thinking about the chili pepper. I'm sorry. And she said it wasn't even me this time. You're right, Amy. It wasn't you this time. Here we go. Number 4. Know what exactly turns your partner on. If you're in a
That's so
relationship,
important.
go ahead, baby. What's good,
I was
Johnny?
just
What's
saying
good, baby? Go ahead, talk
I
about
was
it,
going
dog.
to say that's so important because without being too detailed, I have prerequisites.
You do?
I have, my prerequisites. We've been together 20 years.
I don't know nothing.
And the idea is if you want to satisfy me, you have to fulfill those prerequisites.
Oh,
And
really?
if you're someone that decides, oh, I don't do that, then we would never date. We would never go out on a date. It just wouldn't happen.
Hmm.
So it's very important to understand what satisfies your partner.
Strong
Very
drawer.
important.
Yeah, Michelle. Yeah, it's listen. You gotta know. You don't write a book called From Gigolo to Jesus and your game's not tight. But anyway, first of all, let me say
Really.
this, Scott. Really? I should be asking you that. Really? Yeah. Check the smile. Check the smile, y'all. That's all I'm saying. Anyway, she's starting to blush. Y'all play with the big man y'all want to. Yeah. Y'all play y'all want to. She 10 years younger than me. I got to keep her happy because she tried out here to get entanglements. We not doing that. Anyway, the idea is you should understand the ways to make your significant other be able to please your significant other, which means you have to have conversations and you have to be able to have an open mind with your partner. You have to have an open mind. You got to be able, because if that's what they need, if they're going way out in the stratosphere with things that they need, that's a conversation. Y'all might not be compatible. You, I'm not doing that. Okay. Now, like Tiff said, she has some non-negotiables. And a lot of people have non-negotiables when it comes to physicality in the bedroom. And what you have to understand is a lot of that should be settled before you even actually become physical, because you don't want to start something that you cannot finish. So you really want to have those conversations before you become physical, simply because you want to be able to say, that doesn't work for me. I'm not that type of dude. I'm not that type of girl, whatever it is. And it's okay because, again, being adults, you want to be able to say and have, hey, Tone, Michelle said prerequisites. That's right. And it's okay to have prerequisites. It's okay to have non-negotiables. You are in control of your body and what pleases you. Your partner is learning that, and you two are learning each other. But if it is not working, then you got to tell the truth and you just got to go about, simply because, again, it's not fair for you to say yes, this is what you want, and then you're not even attempting to try to do some things. And I hear some men a lot of times, and I would be out and men be like, I don't do that. And I would sit back and be like, I look over at this
Mhm.
lady and be like,
Women
you chose,
too. You
you
hear
chose
women
them.
who say, I don't do this, I don't do that. But
Mm-hmm.
if you're with someone that enjoys that pleasure and you don't do it, what do you think eventually is going to happen? So why be with someone that you can't
Be you with.
pleasure?
Be you with. Yeah, you can't be. And if it's not your thing, again, be honest. If it's not you, and it's just not what you do, there's nothing wrong with that. Again, the key is it comes down to communication and it comes down to honesty. There's no reason to be misleading when it's about physical, because that's going to show itself once you get there. It's going to show itself. So, and that's why I always find it funny when men do all this talking. So you're going to act like you know you don't have that. You know you are not that. But you're telling her you're going to see the sun, moon, and stars, and you can't get past the commercial. Bruh, you knew that going in, but that if that was your goal, okay, go ahead, one hit wonder. You're going to be out here like Milli Vanilli, straight faking it. And that's it. So, again, if you agree with that, that talking about it is something that's necessary, put a Y in the chat room for number 4, and we're going to go on to number 5. So put a Y if you agree that you need to talk about it. I think we all agree that you need to talk about it. So we're going to assume that everybody is cool with that one. So again, what I want you to do now, we're going to put a 5 in the chat room, because this one is a simple one, but I believe it's a good way. You know what? I take that back. I'm going to let you guys tell me, because when I read this on the list, I really wasn't cool with why they put this on the list. But again, I'm going to let you guys tell me how you think and feel about that one. So, and all you guys that just came in, welcome, 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 welcome. Must be even including freakiness. Woo! Get him, Michelle. Get him. You gotta match you better match it. You
Mhm.
better match my thunder. Even when it's something I'm not crazy about, I will perform at the chart. There you go. Listen, nothing wrong with that, classy. Clear and concise. There we go, guys. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, number 5. Here we go. Number 5. Here we go. Moving on. Now, this one, the list said send a text message. Prime. Okay, so you know what? Now I should have read it differently. Okay, so I agree now. Send a text message, meaning prime your significant other early in the day. And flirtatious texts, nasty texts, yes, they work. I will send Tiff texts that work. And I'll be
I do
like,
too.
yeah. And Tiff will send and dirty texts to your partner. Don't be sending dirty texts all over town. We
Keith,
have
you are not saying Texas. You are not saying Texas right
Texas,
now.
where I used to live, right? Text. Text. It's
Text.
Friday night. Come on, I'm tired. Relax. Yes, I'm not saying Texas. Text. My tongue got in the way.
You are so silly. But yes, I will say I send. The funny thing is, and I gotta catch myself sometimes because I gotta pay attention to who I'm sending it to because so stupid. I'll start writing something to send to Keith and then realize it's somebody else, and I'm like, oh shoot.
Baby, I want to. What?
I've sent some of my girlfriends. I've sent come 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 to the bedroom. I'm ready, and it's so funny
Like, Tiff, this
because
wasn't for me, right?
and now especially that I wear glasses, and it's so funny because my
Tony said
brother
she's
had made
done
fun of
that.
me. My brother made fun of me because I make my text really large now, and that's because I have sent texts to the wrong people. You don't want to tell the wrong person, "Come, I'm ready." Like that's the worst.
Don't send it to the deacon. Just who you freaking. Oh no, I'm mad at Michelle. Don't send it to the deacon. Just who you freaking. Deacon Brown was like, I knew it. I knew it. Praise the Lord. I'm gonna get some. Yeah. All of a sudden you hear with bandline socks on with them little sock garters on and some shorts. I didn't have time to get dressed, baby. Yeah. But yes, text messages, you get to prime the pump, as they say. Sending a text message is a good way to let your significant other know what you're thinking about. You get to start the mental game early so you know what it is. You have some fun with it. And again, these are things that, again, hopefully you are in a stable relationship, that you're not all over the place. I wouldn't suggest this if you're out dating multiple people. That's just me. But if it works for you, do what you got to do. But when you're in a relationship and you and your partner have started to lose it a little bit, that's another way to get it back. It's a kind of little signal, hey, that's what I'm thinking about. And again, it goes back to what we talked about, the initiating the session. That's another way to initiate what's going on, by sending the text message to get things going, and then being able to fulfill that later on. So there's nothing wrong with that. All right, so I guess we got Y's for that. Do everybody agree with the sentence? Put a Y up again. When you hear each one, if you agree, put a Y. If you don't, put an N for no. All right, moving on to number 6. You guys know how this works. You're watching Unapologetically Keith every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. And on Fridays, I have my lovely wife, Tiffany Braxton Belvin, with me here. I am on Mondays and Wednesdays, 9:30 to 10:30. And when Tiff is here with me on Friday, Lord knows what time we may get off tonight when we get finished with these, but it is what it is. But thank you guys for joining us. Okay, so we got a ton of Y's in here. So y'all better hide your phones. Mommy, can I use your phone? Mommy, you better put that phone down. Let me give y'all something. Let me tell y'all something too. If you ever see somebody at work and they're frantic because they lost their phone, it is because they know what is in their phone. When they are frantic, and don't give me the, oh, I got my baby's pictures on there. No, you don't. You got something on. When somebody is scrambling, I gotta find my phone. I gotta find my phone.
I've seen people in tears.
Yes.
Losing their phone. And
Yes.
it's funny because I remember the first time I saw that happen, and I was at work, and this woman was losing her mind. She was a social worker. And I said to my coworkers, I said, y'all know why she's so upset, right? And they were like, why? I said, the dirty pictures. They said, oh, shoot. I said,
Texting and photos.
Leave the
Yeah,
dirty pictures off your phone.
that's it. Take them off your phone. All right, here we go. Number six, number six, number six, number six. Ooh, okay. Don't quietly barter for sex. One, you are not property. Two, chances are your parents did not sell you to your significant other in exchange for 7 cows. Three, sex isn't a transaction. Avoid covert contracts. You should not be bartering. Save it to the cloud. There you go. Save it to the cloud.
Negotiate,
Yeah.
negotiating like if you have sex with me, I'll do
I'll
this.
wash the dishes. I'll take yeah, that type of thing. Exactly.
Because I was thinking I always offer to pay you in trade. So
Yeah, yeah.
that's different.
I'll give you my daughter for 2 goats, Lord. I can't. I can't. I can't. I can't. 2 goats. Oh, but believe it or not, some people will do that. Come on, oh, baby, why don't you come on? Let's get. I don't want to do it, but okay, I tell you what, we
People
can do it
do
if.
that.
Yeah, people do it. People do it. And the funny
If
thing
I
is, I can
gotta,
tell
if I
you,
gotta go to that extent to beg you to offer you something to have sex with me, that's a
I would when
bad
I was out there running
situation.
around, I would get, why don't you come by tonight? And I'd be like, look, I'm tired. Or, I got to be home with the wife, that type of thing. And I would get, well, if you come by, and again, that was cheating. So it's not the same thing, but people do barter. People will offer. People will attempt to move you into the position that they need. And when they freak out if
And
you
I just
swipe
want to
after they,
clarify.
yeah,
I
yeah,
just
if
want to
they, that's
clarify. When Keith says he's home with the wife, he's talking about the first wife.
the first wife.
He's
Oh,
not
the
talking
trick.
about me.
Yes. We were dating then. We weren't married. There was no cheating once we got married. That was when we were dating. But when I say that, I mean the ex-wife. So Joy said it's called the trick. And Charlene says, and when they freak out if you swipe after they show you a picture. Yes, when they hovering over your phone and they be like, no, no, right there, right there. Or they just want to show you and they don't let you touch the phone. They don't want you to start scrolling. So what you showing me your phone for? Take it away. Get out of here. But yes, don't barter. You don't have to make deals. You don't have to negotiate. Now, you can have playful banter and bartering. You can have playful bartering. Why don't you come on in here? Yeah, okay. You gonna do these dishes? Yes. Or it could be a baby boy situation. I did the beat 'em up dance. Now go make me them damn tacos. See that? Let's see. True story. I have gotten frustrated so much in days I was upset this year ago. Okay. In the days I was upset years ago, I would tell my husband I was on my cycle and put Pat. Oh, I don't even want to finish. Read out, Tiff. You read that. You know how I feel about. Oh, I lost. Man. Come on, man. Not the
She
past.
would trick her husband.
Tony.
Oh, so Tony, I'm laughing because there are times that Keith want to get a little freaky. I say you don't want to do that.
Let me tell you something. I'm not gonna
Wait,
lie to you.
Tony want to spare his Tony want to spare his feelings. She does it so she doesn't have to say no. Oh my gosh,
See, what Tiff is not telling y'all, if you tell me that, you're not getting none for 7 days minimum. Cause I you could be like, it's on the last day, 7 days. That and it's me because when I was I got you, Tony. When I was in college, I was in my 20s. I had that happen. She didn't tell me. And all of a sudden, I turned on the lights, and it was like a scene from Law and Order. And I was like, "Oh, what happened in here? I didn't know. Yes, you did." And I was in the bathroom. I was in tears. I was like, "What happened?" And it mentally screwed me up. So if I even hear you say "psych," we don't even get cycle out. I'm done. 7 days. You can say I just finished my cycle. You ain't getting them for 7 days. And Tiff can tell you we've been together 20 years, and she say I just had my I literally get ill. Nope, 7 days. You ain't getting none. Yeah. And Tiff laughing because she knows the truth. Nope. Nope. I was traumatized. I need counseling. I'm gonna counsel myself.
Hey, Kim.
Hey Kim, how we doing? All right, so we got Tony out here faking jacks. Eight to be
Who you
safe.
said eight to be safe?
Yes, Joy, trauma. Tony out here tough, just laying pads out. Ah, I'll be done. Oh, that's the worst. See, I'm all right, let me gather myself. Woo. See, I'm having a relapse. I'm having a relapse. Tony got me here. I got to get my head right.
Well, she did it to spare her husband's feelings. So she didn't want to have to say no.
I ain't mad at that. I'd have left. See you in 8 days. Yeah. Number 7. All right, let's move on. PTSD. PUSTD. You know what? I'm not tonight. All right. Defibrillator. Yes, I would definitely need one. And Tiff is not lying. Listen. When I hear people go, oh, I'm not scared to run a red light. I'm not. I will disown you as a friend. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear it. All right, number seven. All right, here we go. What does I say? He just joined in. Sorry, was watching Rent. Okay, not a problem. Some men like, oh, come on, Joy. I know they do, Joy. Ew, no, I know. No. I know some men do. I've hung out with brothers who talk about, I'll be like, I gotta go. I will get up from the bar, leave. I'll go home. Mess around. You better hope I'm not driving because y'all gonna need, and that was before Uber. I literally will leave. Y'all be out there trying to catch a cab or a bus. Yo, you really leaving? Shut that noise up. All right, here we go. Number seven. And again, welcome, Kim. Way to jump in here. We're talking about 11 ways to tell your significant other that you're sexually frustrated. I'll go back over the list once we're done. Number 7, put it on the calendar. Working late hours, it manages the side. If is managing your side hustle, making it hard to get
You
busy.
gotta schedule sex now?
Hold on. Working late hours is managing your side hustle, making it hard to get busy. Then pencil that S in like a doctor's appointment. And I'm gonna tell you something. A lot of books will tell you. There go the chili pad. I'm not messing with y'all. But yes, a lot of books will tell you that by scheduling it, you give yourself reminders. You know, you work. You don't put things in. I got it. I listen.
I like spontaneity.
Okay. So let me ask a question, guys. I'm gonna ask the chat room. Is scheduling something that takes away from it, or is it something that you agree is necessary? Put a yes in the chat room if you think it's something that's necessary. An N in the chat room if it's like Tiff, just has to be spontaneous. We're not doing all that. Let me hear what you guys say. Babe, you can't get the haircut because we have an appointment. I showed you the calendar. We scheduled this months ago. Joy said that's corny.
Thank you. Thank you, Joy.
So on the 23rd at 7:30.
Sex?
Woo, we got a bunch of ends. Oh, the ends is coming. Oh, the ends. They're like, no.
That must have been a man thing. Let's schedule sex.
Sometimes the lists are culturally biased. I'm just saying. Yeah, I said I understand. I didn't say I agree. I said I understand that scheduling is necessary. And here's what it is.
Said no.
we getting old. No way. Charlene said date night. Wow, y'all killing number 7 because it says the anticipation of knowing what's coming on a particular day can make both of you ready to rip each other's clothes off at a moment's notice. I don't know. Nope. I'm going to pencil you in at 220. That's like in Boomerang when he was like,
hey, Keisha said never.
That was like in Boomerang when she's like, she'll have an opening 2 weeks from now. 2 weeks.
Kim, you scheduling sex?
Oh, Kim said yes, so you can imagine what's going to happen. Thank you, Kim. Yay! Somebody on the other side of the coin. Kim was like, yes, I got you for Wednesday. I got you slotted for a good couple hours. You better bring it. So we got 1 yes and 75,000 no's. Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. I do understand. Like I said, I do understand why scheduling works, and I do understand why it might be necessary. So I can't poo-poo on that one because I understand why everybody would say no. But I do believe that sometimes it's necessary depending on the schedules that you two have and simply the life that you live. I'm just putting it out there. You don't have to use it, but I'm just putting it out there. Okay. So moving on to number 8. What's the text? What's the text? That's what text is for, anticipation. Yes, but again, it's for whatever works. It's for whatever works for you. All right, let's go. Let's go number 8, and number 8 is one that I'm sure we can all agree on because we talked about it before. But let's go number 8. Put an 8 up in the chat room. Let's move forward. Kim with the after. I love when you write that. I love when you write that. All right, number 8. Number 8. Let's go. Let's. Gotta kill me with the emoji. All right.
So you got the pencil with the.
Oh man, listen. Better than TV, y'all. Better than TV. All right, here we go. Number 8. Be really, really honest. Number 8. Be really, really honest. You're in a trusting relationship, hopefully. So don't skirt around the edges. You can still be nice, but at 100%, talk to your partner in an open and frank manner. Nothing else. You have to, and we agree with that. We talked about it earlier. You have to be honest with your partner. Listen, you're not getting it done. I'm not happy. You're not, and I think they'll know. Especially if they were performing before. This one, I honestly believe you have to be really, really honest. But the question I would put to you guys is, the person that's coming up short needs to be honest too. Like, yeah, I'll bring it to you and we'll talk, but then you have to honestly receive it because you know you're not performing. And sex is the one thing where you can fake parts, but you know the performance on both. And this is where the man is in a tough spot. Because when his game falls off, it's noticeable. A woman can move some things around and fake some things where she can put herself in a position where she want to be lazy that night, she can do it and still have an enjoyable time and he enjoy himself. But a man, on the other hand, very tough for a man if his game falls off. It's very evident, very. And I think what has to happen is we both have to have communication with each other. We need to be able to talk. And I think that goes back to number 1 when you say ask your partner what's going on. But I guess with number 8, we're really being honest is be honest that you know. Don't sit here and act like it was the greatest thing going. And that's on the other side too. Ladies, if the man has fallen off, don't strike his pride and make him believe that he knocking down mountains when the grape never really moved. When he what was that?
I can't with you. I can't. I can't.
What are you doing? So all I'm saying is be very, very honest, guys, because it's not about hurting feelings either. It's about being honest because you both want to be pleased. And that person should want to please their significant other. You should want your partner to be pleased. You really do. And I think, and I just, because I know I've counseled with men who they dance around it. They'll give me all these different things about why it's not working and yo, I think she out cheating and everything else. And I'll go, so what's going on with you? Nah, I'm good, fam. I'm good. I'm doing whatever. So she getting all of this.
But you know what I think also?
Oh, go ahead.
That men growing up, it's their ego. And they don't realize that there's so many things that need to happen for some women in order to get them to the point that they need to. And there's some men that believe all they need is my stroke game. That's all they need. No, this is a lot of more than that. It's cuddling, tickling.
You ain't giving me enough eggplant, Negro. Honestly. Michelle, I can't. Michelle, I can't. No one likes to hear. We need to talk. No, Kim, we really don't. But some conversation you gotta have, bro.
Yeah, that's a conversation we would have to have.
Yes, the
If
string being ain't
I'm not
working.
being satisfied, we definitely need to talk.
Yes, yes, I agree. You have to. And I think like anything else, ego's going to play a role with men, a lot of us, but unfortunately, your happiness should override that ego. You don't stay quiet because you don't want to hurt his feelings and you're literally not getting nothing out of it. Don't do that to yourself because to you. I'm sorry, but you got it. We can't play R. R was singing this to children. See, R just messed it up. He got some great songs. You can't even play them. It's like you singing to children. But yes, you have to have some type of conversation. I think don't worry about his ego, ladies. But if he's violent, you might have to let him go instead of trying to play with his ego because he may not be able to control himself when his ego is bruised. Foreplay is definitely necessary. And again, these are the things that you have to put on the table before you get there. There are some men that can't control themselves because of their ego and literally will try to blame the woman when they can't
Yes.
perform.
Yes.
That I know because I've sat with women and have listened to them where they literally have said when he doesn't, not the pedophile song. I like the song, but it messes me up when I know what R is, class. That's the crazy part is that it's a good song, but unfortunately you can't separate the two to some degree when you listen to them and be like, really, bro, you were singing to children. Can't bother with you. But the idea is when that happens, if you got a man whose ego is so fragile and you put yourself in that position, I would ease my way out of it. I really would because some men don't know how to take hearing the truth. I would ease my way. I'd find a way to just sabotage it and get myself about it if you allowed it to get to that point. So Michelle said, yes, if they are violent, you have to be careful and delicate. Yes, 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 yes. And as you guys know, we did the 6 shows on domestic violence. Sometimes it is from that is where the springboard will spring into that when things start to go negative. And you got to be careful because you don't want to, if you've been seeing signs, to let it become something crazy. But if he's not pleasing you, time to get up out of there and go find you somebody that is. And not cheating, because you don't have to cheat. Cut him loose. I had to tell someone, please stop. They called someone else to finish the job while he was still.
What? What?
That's in my book. Actually, that's in one of the books that I'm writing, Kim. That's actually what the female character did. The guy was getting in my book. I wrote the female character. The guy was getting dressed, and she got on the phone and started to call the next person. He was like, "Yo, what you doing?" She's like, "Come on, what you just laid down was super weak. Stop playing." So thank you, Kim. That means that what I wrote was on point. They got see. Now I got to finish that book. Yes, yes, but yes, I would be a little hurt, Kim.
Kim
Like
is gangster. Kim is gangster.
I'd be like, word. That's what it's like. But I ain't gonna lie. I know women like that though. I know women that'll be like, really? And the reason why I know, I have gotten those calls. What you doing? What you mean what I'm doing? I'm nothing. I should have been doing something else. And I hear the guy go, who you talking to? Damn, he's still there, boo? I'll be over the half. Listen, there's some nasty people out here. I was one of them. I ain't gonna lie. Wow. Come on over now. He getting dressed. How long you gonna be? Make sure the gun is under the pillow though. You don't get your chili pepper behind up out of here. Yes, Kim. Oh, listen, y'all don't know Kim like we know Kim. Kim is gangster. Kim is gangster.
Joy, joy,
Yes,
joy.
yeah. Up,
Joy.
Joy. Up. See,
Joy.
that's Tiff. Joy, thank you. Because Tiff didn't believe me when I said there's chicks that will jump right off one and wait for the next dude and not wash. Tiff said, no, it ain't not that nasty. Thank you, Joy. Take a shower. Yes. Yeah, Amy throwing them. Oh, the eggplant shows up. Yes, there's some chicks out there be like, all right, go. They'll just throw on a change of clothes. That's why you be like, go shop. I want to see you going there. Don't want the fuck. There's some men that don't mind. They nasty like that. There's some dudes that don't mind. Imagine
The reinforcer. Here I come to save the day.
Dude show up at the door with a cape. I told him I'm ass close on the finish the. Yeah, you go. Yeah. The maintenance man's on his way. Yeah. Dexter St. Jock is on the way.
Oh my
I am
gosh.
so glad you guys are being honest because it is very true. And actually, I used to joke about that in college. I used to say, guys, you playing yourself. I used to know. Oh yeah, listen. Used to wipes.
That's
Wipe,
so nasty.
wipes and FDS. They would wipe
That's
it
so
down with a wipe,
nasty.
a little bit of spray, and they good. Yes, I've seen that. Yes,
Oh.
Joy is 100% right. Yes, I have seen that. And that's why you got to watch some chicks that got the 9 million wipes in their backpack. Like, what's that? But yes, I have seen that. He was wondering why I was changing the sheets. Well, at least you changed them.
Kid is killing me.
At least you changed them. Some people don't change them.
She wanted to give him fresh sheets to finish the job.
You don't need to come working girls. Well, I know some working girls too, Toy. Yes. Working girls run around the corner, swipe, 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 back out on the track.
Wow.
Yes, they go to the side, squat down. All right, let's go back to the track. Got
Ooh. Okay, I'm getting grossed out right now. Good grief.
All right, number 9. Oh wow, fresh sheets, but not fresh. Not fresh. Yeah. Well, so no. Well, that's the problem. Is if you have someone like Kim who's gonna change the sheets, she's gonna go take care of herself. Yes, but I know women ain't changing the sheets. They not taking that quick shower. They gonna light up some candles, burn up an L or two, and if you don't know what an L is, y'all figure it out. And dude is gonna come in and not really worry. I've seen it, and it's like, ugh. But this is what it is. But yes, I have actually seen women that, and they'll literally be rearranging the room, and they'll tell you, "Oh boy, just left. It was horrible, really." And I am telling you because I've had those conversations. And it is funny because some dudes don't know how to do that, and some dudes really don't know how to take. You're walking up as he's leaving. They look at you, and you be like, "What up, dog?" I don't know what happened with you. They ain't got nothing to do with me. Please tell me what's in what it is. I need to know. What an L is a joint, Amy. An L is a joint. An L is a joint. I know some women that'll spark up a joint, throw up some candles, have the room smelling the way it needs to be, and it is there.
Ew, Joy, really?
Yes, that's true, Joy. Some men get a kick out of that. Yes. Yes, Joy's telling the truth. There's some men that tell women not to shower.
Oh my gosh.
Y'all gotta understand, tip wasn't out in these streets.
That's so gross.
Look at your face. Look at your
I'm so grossed out.
Yeah, your face is like, what? Yes, that's what be going on at night. That's what be going on out there in these streets.
Oh my God.
Look, people know it. Look, they See, you thought I was joking? I tried to tell you. See, I've told you this stuff before. You just didn't believe me. Fresh off the toilet. Ew. She said she wanted with a little stinker. Woo! Wanted humming a little bit. Mmm. You want that bite. You that reach up and get you. Like a horror movie, jump up and grab you by your shirt.
First of all, if a man told me not to wash, First of all, I done lost my earring. I had to take off my glasses, lost my earring. If a man told me not to wash,
And you can
he's
get
not
about
gonna
$40,
get it.
$50 for those. You can sell those panties too. You can sell them. You can actually sell them online where people say wear them and don't wash them and sell them, and men will buy them. Yes, before high speed internet, dudes was out here buying clothing, especially porn stars. You know how many porn dudes was buying porn stars lingerie?
No, 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 no.
Yes, yes. All right, all right. Number 9 before Tiff pass out. Number 9, number 9, number 9, number 9. Here we go, guys. Let's get back on track because y'all, woo, Tiff about to look. Tiff in shock. Number 9. Oh, like nasty. Oh, you nasty, nasty. Tell him, Joy. All right, number 9, number 9. In the interim, be sure you are satisfying yourself. I don't want no man who don't want me to shower.
Exactly.
There's a thing
Exactly,
for that, Keith. Yes,
Charlene.
they say don't wash the drawers, just sell them. Yes, there is. I'm telling you, I know that world. I was in it. There are men that will pay for women to take, and actually, if you are wearing them and take them off on camera, put them in a plastic container and send it to them, they get excited and will pay you hundreds of dollars. And there are fetish sites where folks are paying for this. Number 9, in the interim, be sure to satisfy yourself. So if you are a female with a husband and have the same problem, you masturbate, you do whatever. But see, here's the dangerous part with that one, with satisfying yourself. It opens up the doors for entanglement because how long are you supposed to please yourself if your partner's not delivering? So number 9 is a little iffy. Yes, please yourself, but for how long? And I'm not asking you to answer that because everybody is different. What I'm saying is that if it is too long, it opens up the door for people to do things that they just don't want to do. You should not have to satisfy yourself. But if you need to for that night, okay, but not on a regular basis. It goes back to what we were saying before, not on a regular basis. And Toya, you're right. All you got, Toya, just do a Google search. Say men buying panties. See what comes up. Trust me, there's a whole dark web out there. All right, number 10, guys. Moving on. Number 10. Ooh, okay. Number 10. Put a number 10 in the chat room. As we bring this to a close, we have the last 2 here. Bring these to a close. Let's go. Number 10 on the 11 ways to tell your significant other that you are not being pleased, that you're sexually frustrated. Number 10, put a 10 up in the chat room, guys. Let's go. There we go, Toya. I see the 10. There we go. Let's go, guys. Put a 10 up in the chat room because this one is interesting. And to me, I'm okay. Thank you, Tony. Appreciate you. That's 2. We're going to move on. Here we go. Recognize your partner just might not have as high a sex drive as you do. That's a tough one. And I'm going to tell you why. Where are you at in the relationship? Because if you started off on a high drive and it started to decline because y'all put years in, I can understand it. But if you are at the beginning and that drive is not matching your own, I don't really know why you would go forward when you know that's going to be something that's going to create a problem for the 2 of you. Tiff?
I agree.
Because it says some people have low sex drives and some people just lose interest in someone sexually while they really like them as a person. Check this out. Wouldn't you know that the person had beforehand and talk? You should, Amy, you should talk about it for him. But here's the thing, and this is what's very important. We can talk a great game about sex. What you may think is a high sex drive for you may not match somebody else who's on a different level. Because you may go, yo, I got a high sex drive. So the person who has a much higher sex drive goes, fantastic, because I'm a person that, but Amy, what I think needs to happen is that I think you need to be able to have a conversation of what high sex drive, that has to be defined. When I watch court shows and they say they use women 5 sex a day, I'm like, who's working? Well, see, that's the thing is that okay, I'll give you an example. Adina Howard. Adina Howard said, I'm insatiable. I like to have sex all the time. I have a very high sex drive. The man that she married was a man that she was dating. And he said, I don't have a problem with her sleeping with other men because I can't please her because of the level of her sex drive, but we are great together. But since I know I can't please her, I have no problem with her going out to do what she does. So let's see. Toya says, when I watch court shows and they say they have sex 5 times a day, I'm like, who's working? True.
But the
There for
funny
better
thing
or worse,
is,
because some men have issues as they get older, medications, so some women have to be creative. True. I'm gonna get to that in a second, Tony. And then Classy says, that's me. I want to mate, but I'm lost my interest in that's me. I want to mate, but I lost my interest in sex. Joy, 7 days a week. Damn. Okay, Joy, I'm not
well,
mad.
I was gonna say I had a coworker that she and her husband
That's their
had
agreement.
sex
Yes, it is.
every day. They had sex every day when I was younger. You know, I'm almost 50 now, but when I was younger, in my younger years, I had a high sex drive and I could have sex every day. You know what, Keith?
I listen. Read from Gigolo to Jesus. Tell you what I was. I was having. Listen. I went 3, 4, 5, 6 different women a week. I don't even have to talk about sex. Let me tell you. I'll tell you a quick story. My ex-wife, I had lost interest in. So when I tell y'all, I understand why you're supposed to go ahead and say something. I didn't. With my ex-wife, I had kind of lost interest in being with her, and it was just kind of surface. I would just knock her down every couple of weeks because I had to be in the house. I didn't even want, because we had reached that point we didn't want to be with each other. So what's funny is I was out knocking down everybody I could. I was out doing everything that I could with everybody else. So I had just came off a night with somebody where we had just wilded out and we had just got it in something awful. And I mean, I would honestly say 4 or 5 times or whatever. And I was beat. And young lady dropped me off right in front of my house. And I was like, what you doing? Yeah. And she said, you were tired. I wanted you. I was like, cool. So my ex-wife and I get it in. And she was like, you want to go again? I'm like, nah, I'm tired. And she was like, you always tired. I'm like, I'm not always tired. And she made a comment. I understand if you can't do it twice. And I just looked at her like, I really wanted to say, I don't do it to you twice. But yeah, I was bad. Listen, you read the book, you'll know I was a horrible husband. I freely admit that. The mistake was it was over a long time ago, and I should have said something. But I will tell you this, and Amy, this goes to your point, Amy. What y'all talk about at the beginning, if it doesn't line up, you need to really challenge yourself with, is this something that I really want to stay in early? Now, like Tony said, if y'all start off high and over the years it comes down some, well, you really may not have to do it like you did when you was younger, especially when you're talking like with Tiff and I, it's 20 years. So we're not bunny rabbits, but we enjoy ourselves and have fun. But at the same time, our mental positioning is different than what it was 20 years ago. And for me, because I'm older, even longer than that. So Kim says, still have a high sex drive, but when there's no one in the picture, it's at a rest. I got you, Kim. And that's another thing, too, is that you also have to look at the state you're coming out of when you and a person get together to start trying to get it in. And I think Classy said she wants a partner, but sex is not really that thing. Again, guys, you have to know you. And you have to have an idea what that is. And like to the point of recognizing where you are on the scale with your partner, if your partner is somebody that's just they want to do the bunny rabbit thing, and you're like, that's not me, say it. And then it goes back to what we talked about before about being honest. Say the truth. Say, listen, sex ain't that for me. So if you need somebody that you just need to jump up and down on, I'm not that. I'm just letting you know. Same thing, guys. Listen, baby, if you need to knock it down, like I think Joy says 7 days a week, if that's where you're at, I'm not. So I'm just going to let you know now, if that's an issue, and now you may have a conversation. They may say, well, how much is for you? And if they go, like once, twice, if that's no, whop. Yeah. Amy just
cheese.
anyway, yeah. So again, that's a conversation that you got to have, guys, because it's very, very important. And again, if you're at a high sex drive and they're not, listen, why get into it? Why put yourself in a situation where you're knowingly going to be frustrated? I scratched my husband back. He's fine. Tony, Tony, I'm not messing with you, Tony. All we know is that if Tony suddenly doesn't respond at all and you still see she signed in, we know what happened. Yeah. He's like, all right, enough of this talk. Yeah. Most men's ego will not accept that. That's true, Classy, but some men, Class, I think that's where the dating process comes in before you get into it, Clarissa. I think when y'all sit down, if you listen to his responses and and his answers, that's why communication is very, very key. You have to be able to get across what you're talking about and then listen for the response and see if that response makes sense. Because if it doesn't make sense, you can call them on it. That doesn't make sense to me. Could you explain that to me? Because the more you talk, the more you're going to notice. But now, once y'all decide to cross that threshold, if you see this is just not something that's like, man, this is as an animal, he don't stop. If that's not you, then say, hey, I need the box to go ahead and live my life. I'm good. You beating it to death. I look, I'm good. You taking blue pills or whatever you taking, I'm good. You assaulting me with it. I don't need that. That's fine. It's okay to say it doesn't work for you. You don't have to make somebody feel good when you're not. You don't have to. And if it's not working, if you're at a low level, it's okay. Be at a low level. Find somebody who's at a low level with you and y'all rock out. You good. But again, it goes back to having that conversation. Okay. Last one, which I think is a little corny. So I'm going to have to start checking who's writing these. Last one, because I see that they didn't have Amy's on here walking around naked. So Amy's is number 12, walk around naked. Actually, Amy's is going to be number 11, walk around naked. And if that don't work, let me give you something, ladies. Let me tell you this. Men too, actually men and women, listen to me. If your significant other comes out of the shower naked, and your partner, when they see you, don't go, they don't give you that, okay, you better watch yourself. Or if they pass you and they ain't cop a little squeeze, like, let me get a little some of that. Where you going? You might not go out tonight. If that ain't there, leave them. Just leave them. Because if seeing you naked doesn't turn them on, what y'all got? And it don't mean he or she has to jump you. It simply means you should still be physically attractive to them. So the feeling of jumping you is there. And ladies or men, if you get out the shower and he go, if he making a face, leave him. But if he don't, you need to put some damn clothes on. Where your towel?
Why you walking around here?
Why you walking around like that? You might be time to go. Come on, I'm watching TV. Word. Slap them buzz. There you go. I saw there was a challenge where it was like the walk around naked challenge where women were walking around, and it's funny how there was always the one dude like, "What, babe? I'm playing the game." Really? Your woman just tossed a towel at you buck naked, and some dude's like, "Oh."
They were ready.
I'm just ready. If they don't grab a piece, if they don't slap you on the butt, if they don't give you the look like, you better put some clothes on. And if they don't try to get a little, if they don't try to bump you with it raw, my naked days are over. Bath sheets. Kim, you showering naked, I hope, right? Bath sheets, Kim. You got bath clothing, Kim. Come on, Kim. I know you on hiatus, but you still walk around naked, Kim. Oh man. Back in time. Oh, let me turn that down. Okay. Woo! All right, last one, guys. Last one. Oh my God, y'all, it's funny tonight. All right, this one I think is corny, but it's the last one. I'm gonna share it with y'all. Have a game plan in the worst case scenario. Though it isn't ideal at all, be ready to figure out what to do if your libidos don't match up, whether they're being okay with the difference or calling it out. let me tell you something. If you got to start creating, okay, Lakeisha said you can start off with a high sex drive, but after being together so many years, there's a possibility of driving it. But as a married woman of 20 years, each person has to find a way to reinvent their sex life. Sometimes you have to role play, come in the house with a coat on with nothing under it, or act like you're a stranger you just met in the bar. Yes, of course. But see, Kim, that's what we were talking about. That Keisha, with what I said earlier about a relationship being at an end where y'all been together for years or at the beginning. See, over the years, it's going to dip like this simply because
Yes.
there's such a mutual connection that you're not going to have that same fire that you had when you first started, but that doesn't mean the fire has to be out. So I agree with everything that you wrote, Keisha, because that's true. Every person has to find that way to jazz their relationship up in a way that keeps it fresh. Bath sheets cover everything. I feel, you know, it's Kim. I have only seen bath sheets twice in my life. Twice in my life, and one was with an older woman, one was with a younger woman. I was like, "Why?" Because she's like, "I just don't like being naked." I was like, "You don't like being naked?" She was like, "No." I was like, "Wow." And then, of course, an older woman I was talking to, she liked to cover herself up. I was like, "But we're about to get naked. What you?" All right, just I'll be here waiting on you. Read the book From Gigolo to Jesus. That's all I'm gonna tell you. Read the book. Read the book. So I don't. And yes, Joy, the birthday suit. Let me tell you something, guys. If you're naked, and I tell you, if your significant other doesn't give you an admirational look, they don't put their hands on you. They don't say something fresh. They don't cop a little feel. They don't try to get that super quick.
They act like they don't even see you.
If they don't even look up from the TV and you walk right by them butt ass, then you need to go, we got to have a talk. Because at that point, something's not right, because you should still be attractive no matter what age, no matter how long you've been together, because that should be there. This ain't like changing a flat tire. I got to stroke the fire. Of course, without question. And I think you guys and you guys have showed Momo dress, Mumu dress, and all. Yes, you can get it. 69 years of it. I got you, Kim. I know, Kim. I know you older. That don't mean you ain't sexy. Listen. I've been seeing pictures. Listen, I've been watching Instagram now. Everybody's back in the game now. Everybody's back in the game. But I still think what happens is each person is going to have the things that they like, the things that turn them on. And I think the underline to everything that I shared with you guys tonight, that Tiff and I shared with you guys tonight, it comes down to being able to communicate your needs and your wants, and being able to make sure that your partner understands what you need and what you want. Whether you've been together for 20 years, 30 years, whether you're single now and you're holding off, whenever you decide to come back to the table to get it in, like Kim says, she's chilling, that's cool. And and like Lakeisha said, she's been with her partner 20 years and her husband 20 years. I've been with Tiff 20 years. And we have a couple others that's been here longer. We got a lot of folks that's single. Whatever your status is, that's okay. The key is whenever you decide to get back into that game, if you're single, or if you're in that game now, you still have to know coming to the table what you need. You have to know what you need. You have to know this ain't like changing the kind of structure without question. And I think that's another thing too is how do you need it? What works for you? Is oral necessary? How is a lot of foreplay is necessary? We know. Anyway, you have to really put those things into motion to know what it is. Thanks, Keisha. Because I think, like anything else, it's all about communication, but then it's also about the operation. We could talk about it, but then it's okay. Now we got to get it in, and that's where the proof is going to come out. Everything comes out in the rinse once y'all hit them sheets or up against the wall or the bathroom or your car, wherever y'all getting it in.
Or out the door in Kim's case, so she could change the sheets for the next.
There you go. That's it. Get out. Get out. Changing the sheets. Go on, boy. Go on.
Get on.
I and my husband just had this conversation yesterday. He wanted to know, will I go out? Will I go out? True story, just being trained. I told him just him being back home, it makes me happy. Okay. He said he's going to the doctor. Good. Okay. Listen, let me tell you something. Them blue pills, them pills, and put cats back in the game that don't need back in the game right now. You got some cats slinging it around here. Woo! Communicate your needs, no doubt, Tracy, no doubt. And he's 10 years older. Yes, like I'm 10 years older than Tim. But I do realize that and also there's still some competitive fire left in me. I'm only 52, but there's still some competitive fire. If I don't feel a certain session was at a certain level, I got to come back and redeem myself. If I feel a certain session didn't go to where it was supposed to go, what was that? Oh, no, let's go. Let me tell you something. Very early when Tiff and I started dating, I didn't know how to just do. Everything to me had to be a Herculean performance because when you're out running the streets like I was, that's what you do. Tiff said, you ain't got nothing to prove to me. I got to go to work in the morning. I was like, we ain't done. We ain't done. She's like, you better get off me and take your behind to sleep. I was like, we ain't done. We ain't yeah, you got we ain't done. She was like, you better go to bed. Yeah. Because in my mind, I was like, I gotta be good. I don't want nobody to talk about me. Tiff was like, you ain't got nothing to prove to me. Relax. I was like, I'm just saying. Even now, listen, if I have a bad session, I'm like, all right, let me redeem myself. And I'll know when I redeem myself. And Tiff is like sleeping at the other end of the bed. She don't even climb back to the other end. She just lay right there at the edge of the bed. That's right. Don't give her a second chance, especially if you take this and talk to yourself up before. Hold up, Joy, but wait though, Joy. I'm saying sometimes excitement can play a role. You talked, you got super excited, you got it, and oh, whop. Sometimes I would say give him a second shot. Now, if the second time he couldn't redeem his stroke, sorry, bro. You got to go. I got to change these sheets.
Let me tell you, that's going to be in my mind. Kim is going to be in my mind because I can actually see her attitude, her glasses, and everything changing the sheets.
How would your glasses be on?
I could just see her face. Like, let me change these
if she put the glasses
sheets
back on, that's a bad sign. So, fellas, anybody watching, if she puts the glasses back on, it was a bad session. If she's looking for her glasses, it was a bad session. If she leaned over to the nightstand, where are my glasses? So you get ready to go, right? Just leave it to the morning. That's it. On that note.
When she said she changed the sheets, I could just picture it.
Gotta make sure everything is back to the next round. Yes. Yes, Toya. I agree. Oh man. But again, guys, I live what time? It's almost 11 o'clock. And my daughter's having a ball. She thinks it's Friday night. Put a towel down. Oh, not the towel. Not the towel, so you ain't got to mess the sheets up. No, you get that wet spot. We ain't going nowhere. And don't be trying to sneak over to the dry side. No. It's yours. You stay over. Yeah, you get the wet spot. Now, anybody that's watching, any brothers that's watching go, wet spot? Yeah, bro, we can talk about it. Kim is the real MVP. No doubt. Hello? Yeah. No, he leaving. How far are you away? Yeah, goodbye. So when they don't walk into the door, fellas, I hate when they drop the ball and keep asking how was it. Ooh, yeah, that's.
Oh, I don't like that.
That's a bad one.
That is such a turn off for me. Oh my
goodness. That's a bad one. That's a bad one. If you gotta ask,
even if it was good, I'll tell you it's good. You don't need to ask me.
You'll know it's good when she falls asleep. You know it's good when she falls asleep in the wet spot and don't care. Mm-hmm. Do you really want to know? A real man knows not to ask that question. A real man knows. Don't ask that question because you might get the, It was all right. No.
It
If
was
you get
good.
if you get the listen, if she don't cuddle up next to you to hold you for a little bit just to get that hang it up, bro. Have, 1.5 hour, yes, babe. Word, it was that bad, boo? Word, he wasn't none of that, huh? He wasn't So you had to kick him out, right, baby?
That's true,
Word.
classy. That is true.
If he had that, he already he tried to save face, class.
Hmm. You're
Oh,
not
brothers, I
supposed
hope
to
I hope the
ask.
men are watching. I hope the men come back and see all this. I hope the men watch the replay. They dropping some nuggets here. My number one pet peeve. If we got it. That's not the type of talk. That's not the pillow talk you want to have afterwards. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that's there's just certain things that you're not supposed to ask, and honestly, you should know. The session should have spoke for itself. There's no reason why you even need to ask. You hate when they ask whose pooper it was. As I always said, mine. I'm not messing with you, Kim. Whose is it?
Kim is the real OG.
Same person it was before you got here. Years ago, a man and I was messing with ass during like what the yeah, man. Listen, yeah. A lot of women have shared that one with me. Yes. You just renting it for now. Just shut up and enjoy yourself. I take it back. It belongs to me and Jesus. Lord, not that would Joy, that would mess me up. It would be like, ooh. Joy, that might kill me. That might kill the vibe, Joy. Me and Jesus. I'm I'm Jesus' side dude. I'm Jesus' chick side dude. No. That might mess me up mentally right there. She said, me and Jesus. What? First shot always fast. Round two. Yes, very true. That's why a lot of brothers try to hit themselves off before to kind of get the first one out the way. Yes, that is true. First one can be, unless they're conditioned to go, you may not get a second shot. So then they try to go as long as possible on the first one. So trust me, it all depends on the social conditioning before they got to you. Because that's what Tiflate, I wasn't playing, man. I don't know if I'm gonna get a second shot. I gotta give it all around one. Let's go. Now I'll be like, okay. See y'all. Oh, I hope the men are reading tonight. I noticed that none of the men started. I know the men stopped responding after a while too. They didn't scared the men off. There was about 3 brothers here. I ain't heard. I just know that the brothers haven't typed in nothing. I've been looking at the count. I don't know if they just said, okay, I'm out. And it scared the brothers off. T to the Y, haven't seen Flex, my man Mike. Oh, they done scared all the brothers off tonight. All right, guys. So listen, it is the weekend. I want to wish all of you well. I want all of you to be safe. I want to say thank you, and again, I hope that we brought some joy, some fun, some knowledge. I hope this is something that you guys can use because the goal is to again to give you some stuff that you can use as well as to have some fun as we give it. And just be safe, man. Just be safe, and I appreciate you. And what I'm going to do and what we're going to start doing, I'm not sure if next week or the week after, we will have breakout sessions. And what I mean by that, yes, he will. That's the one thing men got to realize. You can try to hold out. Well, y'all are multi-orgasmic anyway, so there's no reason to try to just hang in there long enough for her to do her. We're going to start having some, if not in the rooms inside the group, we might do it in Zoom where we take about 10. I'm going to take about 8 or 9 or 10 people, and we'll have a little more condensed conversations to possibly answer some questions or just deal with some things that might be on your mind. If I can get if I can talk Tiff into it, I'm not sure. Maybe on the other days. But I'm going to open up the door, and what I'll probably do is I'll just post it in the group. Thank you so much for the hearts. We love it. What I'm probably going to do is just post it in the group of who wants to meet up with Tiff and I or myself in a Zoom room. No, thank you, Chris. Every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, we're here 9:30 to 10:30. I show up all the time. I think I've missed one Monday. No, thank you, Joy. I appreciate you guys. And again, every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, Tiff is with me on Friday. So if you guys want to just see the wife and I together, we used to do this on a regular every Thursday night. We used to do this before KL was born, but now we put it back together just one time a week. I'm on Monday and Wednesday. But the Zoom rooms are going to be an opportunity for everybody to see each other and then to have some more direct and detailed conversation, to really get at the heart of some things in a way that'll make it a little bit easier where we can all see each other's face. And now it's not just us responding to the chat room. And then there's going to be some times I'm going to move. Um, oh, we love you too, Kim. Thank you so much for sharing. And thank you, Charlene. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Clarissa. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Tracy. There's so many. Amy, Michelle. I want to make sure I got everybody. Thanks to everybody. I know Flex was here early. You know, Flex didn't pop in. I know Johnny was here. T to the Y was here. Charlene, Joy. Let me see. Who am I missing? I think I want to get everybody. All right, so we got. I know Keisha was here. Oh, Michael. Okay, Michael Jacobs was here. Mike Jacobs, man, how come you ain't come on and say nothing, bruh? I see he liked the post. So we got JJ Curtis. There was a few men here. You scared them off, ladies. They were scared to post. They done
They
scared
didn't
the
want to
men
say
off.
anything.
Yes. And if I missed anybody, so Tracy, I got Kim and the other Kim, we got both Kim, Charlene. So if I missed anybody, I apologize. But what we're gonna do is I will yes, we're gonna have to have a super Zoom. We're gonna have a Zoom room where I'm gonna take in small groups simply because if we take too many, it'll be very hectic trying to get everybody an opportunity to be heard and seen and all that. And I will put the subject matter, and some of the subjects we will do more than once. So you won't get locked out if you can't make the first one. We'll do it again because, again, it's the opportunity so I can get to, in a little more intimate way, to be able to have those conversations, especially if you have some questions that you want to deal with, because I do this counseling thing for real. This is how I work. I don't work for anybody else. This is what I do. And when I invite Tiff on, we try to have subject matter that can play off a male and a female perspective, so you guys can feel more comfortable about sharing your own personal experience. You guys have been fantastic in the chat room. You button will, yeah, that's true, Toy. And I'm thinking, I'm playing with that too, Toy. I could tell everybody just to mute themselves while we have some conversations. I might do that, and I might think about that. The guys were in the back room working out the King's Camp, getting themselves ready. Hey, Tiffany, how we doing? But that's definitely something. Hey, Tiff, welcome. That is definitely something we're going to do because when I move it to Zoom, it'll probably be on some of the off nights. But the idea is to have those in-depth conversations. But I want you guys to be able to see each other. I want you guys to be able to listen to each other so we can actually hear what each person is saying, and we can move that into a more private setting. So we'll still do it here as well as have it in a Zoom setting. But I'll put the different subject matters up that we're going to speak personally because it might be subjects that we really have to really tear apart, so it's easier to be able to see. Plus, I know pretty much everybody here. I think I've seen everybody's face here and spoken to everyone, pretty much everyone here to some degree. Most people here I've seen physically, but this way it gives us a chance to really talk, and I think it'll be fun. And it should be interesting. So look out for those subjects. I will make sure I post them a couple of days in advance for the Zoom rooms. So that way, if it's something that you want to do, you'll have time to make whatever arrangements because we have the off days of Tuesday, Thursday, and then I have the weekend. The reason why I don't know how I'm going to do it right now is because in the last couple of weeks, my counseling practice has picked up. And so I do have a lot more that I'm doing, but because everything comes to an end by 9, I keep this time frame right here, 9:30 to 10:30, so it works for me. So it'll probably be around that time for the Zoom room. So we'll see how that works. But I definitely want to open up the door to have those conversations, and I want you guys to be able to. Yes, it does take too long to type. That's what I was thinking about, Kim, because I know there's some things that you could share that it does take too long to type, and that's the reason why we're going to do it. And what I'm thinking about and what we can do, and I'll put up a poll. If you guys want to, I can move the show to Zoom and we can go that route. It's a little harder for me in terms of the chat room, but I'll figure it out how I'm going to do it, because I there's a way that I go about it. That is a consideration. So look for that poll too, because I might put it up to say, hey, would you like to move things to a chat room? Because we can do that, because I can always record it and then load it back up for people to be able to watch in a watch party afterwards here in the group. That's not a problem. And we will put the link here just in the group, and anybody's that only people in the group will be able to come in. That is a consideration, but I'll take a vote on that from you guys in the group if that's something that you'd like to do, where we can all be seen and have a conversation so we can all see each other. If you think that that's going to be more effective or you're going to have some fun with it, I'm cool either way. I don't mind being on camera either way, and we'll just have to, everybody has to mute themselves unless you have something, you know, there's a way to raise your hand in Zoom. Everybody knows how to use Zoom at this point. That is something that we can do. But I'll put that up in the group, and I look forward to hearing you guys. But listen, it is Friday. Please be safe. If you have an entanglement coming over, or your entanglement is right next to you, or your significant other is right next to you, or your husband or wife is right next to you, enjoy, have fun, and remember, communication is the key, nonverbal and verbal. Enjoy yourself. And if you are alone, and if you don't happen to have that person next to you, well, we've already had the toys conversation. We've we've already had the you can take care of yourself conversation too. But I can change the sheets while I'm. Yeah, that's true. We'll see if you're trying to change the sheets in the Zoom room, Kim. We'll be able to see that. But have a good weekend, everybody. And again, at the end of the day, no matter how much fun we have, please be safe. These are some very dangerous times. Please be safe. I want everybody safe. I don't want to hear about any bad news. And I will see all of you, God willing, on Monday, all about bacon donuts. Yes, baking them, making them. Well, I was about to say eating them, but not everybody does. But anyway. Oh. There you go. There's the going. Let the Jagged Edge sing you out. We're gonna close it out. My daughter's still up, so you know I can't have no entanglements. Now you know I'm gonna put this on YouTube, and they be like, "Oh, do we gonna mute that music?" Yeah, they always kill me with music, but it's all right. Peeking in Kim's background and see who's there, see who's getting dressed, right? So, yeah, you kicking me out for it. Kim said, "You ain't gonna find nobody." Get some angry dude. Whatever. I'm leaving. I'm moving. You see a shoe. Well, go on then. Oh, man. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Guys, thank you so much. Again, listen, be safe. Love you guys. I promise no pass. See, Tony, no pass. No pass. Ah, ew. I just had a flashback. Oh, man, no. Between the pads and the sheets, no. Ew. 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 Oh, I need some water. Y'all don't understand what this does to me.
I think that was just as bad as telling somebody not to wash for me.
Listen, there's sites out there, ladies. Better sell them dirty panties and go ahead and make some extra money. Yeah.
Say good night, Keith. Say good night.
Tiff kicking me off. Have a good night, guys. Take it easy. Bye-bye.